Hello, dear viewer. Thank you for joining me for today's reading. It's Becca from Readings by the Empress and Loving Source Tarot. And I'm asking you to choose a stone. And the question will be, what does my 2025 look like? So we'll ask our loving source. We'll ask your guides. All right. And we can begin. Let's see. For those of you who chose the Malachite, and Malachite is a stone of adventure. It symbolizes big transformations. If this stone appeals to you, it's because the energy radiating from it calls to you to take a risk and make a drastic change, perhaps, in your life. This stone gives you the courage and strength to do that. Wow. Wow, pile number one. That's something else. Okay, so that's what your guides give you regarding your 2025. All right, so what do we have? We have the Light Seers Tarot. We have the Death card, Death and Rebirth. Yep. I always like the Light Seers Tarot because the Death card contains within it the rebirth, the new star. And we have the Emperor. Wow. We have from the Arcanum deck the Seven of Cups, and we have the Queen of Cups. From the Knight Waite, we have the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Wands. All right, and we'll clarify using the Rider-Waite-Smith here. So, goodness, obviously, there's something about taking a risk, something about the end of something and a rebirth. And I see why the Malachite stone talks about perhaps this feels like a risk because the Seven of Cups is some uncertainty, right? But of course, that Seven of Cups always encourages us to look to blessings in the future, to assume that blessings, here's wealth, here's love, here's beauty, here's victory. We always are asked to look at the cups as full of something that's important. Yes, there's a serpent here. It's wisdom. Serpents are wisdom. So I think you're asked to trust that there's something great coming in. We have the Emperor here, which is terrific, take charge energy, but look at this Queen of Cups. So pile number one, you must be the kind of person who can be quite gentle and compassionate and insightful and empathetic, intuitive, yet you are in charge of your life. Nobody else is. And maybe 2025 has something to do with that. We have the Ten of Wands. So maybe there's something that feels burdensome. Let's see if there's some Ace of Wands. Okay. So it may be that there are opportunities coming in and you have to watch not to pick them all up at once, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Okay. So let me see this Death and Rebirth. Oh, the World. Okay. So we know. See, now the World is a successful completion. It is a circle. You have the World in your hands. So you have successfully completed something. Time to wrap it up in 2025. Because there's a rebirth. There's a new thing. Okay, let's see what else we have. Seven of Swords with the Emperor. In 2025, you are not going to deal with anybody who is trying to take more than their fair share or trying to do anything on the sly. You are not dealing with that in 2025. Nope, because your intuition knows. You no longer feel, and maybe you're already there, but you no longer feel the need to explain yourself, to justify your decisions. you honor your intuition, and you take charge of the situation. Wow, okay. And the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so I feel like there's in this reading are a couple of pointers, because we have the Eight of Swords. Now, it may be that you hesitate to move forward because of the unknown, right? That cloaked, whatever it is, object, figure in the one cup, the unknown. It signifies the unknown. You may feel like you have trouble moving forward, or you're kind of trapped because of that. Or the Ten of Wands, because it all feels like so much. But you are not trapped. You are the Emperor. This is your major arcana. This is your energy. And the death and rebirth, it's almost like, sometimes it's time for something to end, and you can push it off, but it's, if it's going to end, it's time for it to end. So 2025, if you are ending something and having a brand new beginning, it is likely to work out quite well. Please know that is what I see. And don't think about all the things, doing them all at once. Instead, take the next opportunity, because Source is going to be helping you. And trust your intuition is what I see with this Queen of Cups twice. Trust your intuition. All right. Well, I hope that's helpful, pile number one. And thank you. Hello, and welcome to your reading, pile number two. Now, you chose the Jasper, and we're looking at what 2025 has in store. It says stress is part of life. Sometimes it seems like stress is unbearable. That's where this beautiful stone comes in. Place it under your pillow at night, and peaceful, calming dreams will come. It brings inner strength, balance, and courage. Peaceful courage. It's a grounding stone. The red jasper is. All right, let's see what we have. With the Light Seers Tarot, we have the Hermit. Oh, interesting. And we have the Five of Swords. Okay. With the Arcanum deck, we have the Death card, the end of something. And we have the Devil. Oh, well, maybe it's a good thing. End of something that was bedeviling. With the Knight Waite, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, I see the bedevilment, right? The worries. And the Seven of Swords. Okay, well, your major arcana are the Hermit, Death, and the Devil. So, I see in 2025, something will be ending that has been bedeviling you. And the answer in it comes in spirituality. The answer comes in new revelations that help you to let go of worry. So this is good. Let me look. We've got the Rider-Waite Smith. I'm going to clarify. We've got the King of Cups. Interesting. That too, intuitive, emotionally insightful, complex. Okay, so this is sort of like moving away from the thinking to being one with your emotion and your intuition and your spiritual guidance. Oh, we have a new beginning here with the Fool. A new beginning beckons. So this worrisome thing, whatever it has been that's been bedeviling you, and a lot of times it is, the devil can be thinking too much, thinking that keeps you up at night, worrying. It can be a repetitive, sort of almost obsessive kind of thought, thinking, or behavior, but it's been causing you pain. It definitely causes pain. We do not like it. And so sometimes the devil has yes. I'm always reminded it plays a role in the cycle, because sometimes we're not ready to take the new beginning until we are so sick and tired of this nonsense. And then we realize we're not trapped in this. And so the devil can be about you, it can be about someone you know that you're sort of tied to, because remember, these two look like they're tied to the devil and tied to each other, but those chains can be lifted right over their heads and they can move on. So there's something that you are going, I just feel like chains falling off. I feel like the death card means chains falling off. And end to this worrying. The new beginning beckons instead, fed up with whatever this is. Yeah, that kind of plays on your thoughts. The Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords together. So the Nine of Swords is perhaps worrying about somebody who is doing something underneath the surface, somebody who is maybe taking their more than their fair share, somebody who is trying to get away with something. I almost feel like in 2025, you say, I'm just done with worrying about that. Maybe you're done with that person. Maybe you're done with that problem. Maybe you're done with taking that problem on as your own. Because there is a new beginning beckoning. What energy? These are powerful cards. You've got big major arcana. Definitely there is a shift into something new, and that's the new beginning. Okay, well, what about the Hermit? And the Five of Swords is definitely, it's cutting something away. And it can be cutting away thoughts, but it can be cutting away the source of those concerns as well. We have the Sun. Woo, that tells you a lot. Look at that. The Hermit holds this beautiful light in his hands. And the Sun, apparently, so I feel like there's new light coming into your life in 2025, and it just grows into this sunburst. Absolutely. You might have to cut something away that you've been worrying about. Or if there's anybody underhanded, who knows, you might have to be cutting that kind of nonsense away. Instead, we have this you seeing eye to eye with somebody. Your intuition leading you to someone you see eye to eye with, or strengthening that kind of relationship. Interesting. Your intuition leads you. It is strong with that Hermit. You are hearing and abandon trying to figure it out, and know that a new beginning is beckoning, and you should take it. You should take it. I think you're going to feel motivated to take it because you're sick of what's been. You might already have an idea what this all is. Probably. But I do see, I like this, maybe an agreement coming in, or communication with someone you see eye to eye with coming in, but definitely the Sun coming in with your new beginning. So that's a fantastic reading for 2025, pile number 2. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Well, let's see what your 2025 looks like. You picked the Lapis Lazuli. Balance is what this stone helps with. Harmonizing your mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical self. It brings inner peace. When used with meditation, this beautiful stone opens the third eye and allows you to see inside of yourself. You see the real you and find balance there. Wow, that's wonderful. So I see that as a theme for your 2025. Okay, so with the Light Seers Tarot, what do you have? You have the 7 of coins and the 4 of coins. All right. With the Arcanum deck, you have the Temperance Angel and the Tower. And with the Knight Waite, you have the Page of Cups and the 3 of Swords. Okay. So it looks to me like there is a change coming in. You certainly weather it just fine. Don't worry about your security. The 7 of coins suggests to me you might be worrying about your material security, whether that's wealth or health or what have you, or your job, your work. But the Four of Coins tells me you hang on to what you have just fine. Just fine. Even if it feels like the winds of change are blowing, no, doesn't matter. You hang on just fine. And I do see change here then, right? The Temperance angel says you're going to be acting wisely and temperately every step of the way. You tend to be a wise person. You tend to be a temperate person. And so you have this remarkable ability to just do the next thing that takes into account all possible pros and cons, right? And even in situations where there's a tower, I feel like this tower is not your tower. Why? I just feel like it's a tower that's happening around you. Let's see. Temperance. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows what kind of tower moment that is? Something that changes things. Okay. But guess what? Your temperance is so strong. And the temperance angel is an angel of balance, right? Balance between fire and water, creation, drive, and emotion. Yes, the temperance angel also is an alchemist, can transform whatever is into life-giving water. So I don't think this is your tower, but I think it's a tower somewhere around you. Let me see. A change. And we know that towers are simply things that change things. We have the Queen of Coins, yet another, you know what? They know you. I feel like your guides are telling you, but you're going to be just fine. Do not worry. I feel like that's very much what your guides are telling you because you're good at it and you do make wise decisions. Okay. And you don't lose. Okay. We have the Four of Cups and the Three of Swords and the Lover's card. Okay, so there's a situation you're already aware of with the Three of Swords, some thoughts that come to you regularly that are just kind of uncomfortable or painful or emotionally unpleasant, right? The Three of Swords is that card with the swords in the heart. They're not new. They've been there. So this you're already aware of. There might be something that's been on your mind. It kind of intrudes on your thoughts and bothers you. But yeah, and maybe dissatisfies you. Maybe there's news or there's messages that keep coming. They're not horrible. They're upright cups, but they're dissatisfying. This too is not like this isn't something that's going to harm you. It's unpleasant thoughts that bring unpleasant emotions regularly, right? But then we have the Lover's card as sort of the answer to this. What does that mean? And the Hierophant. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder for some of you, there is a love relationship that deepens in 2025. There's a marriage for some of you with the Hierophant and the Lover's card together. There's sometimes the Lover's card is a contract, though, is an agreement made. Or the Hierophant can be a human organization or structure that helps you to walk in that Garden of Eden. Could be that. The Lover's card can be a very spiritual card. You have so many angels in your reading. 1, 2, 3. There's definitely angelic help over you. There might be some contract or agreement or profession or organization group that is very helpful to you in 2025. Definitely something interesting coming in, very powerful. These are two major arcana, and they're kind of at the right of your reading, which to me means as the year goes on. There's something good that comes in, and it feels really solid. But through 2025, you should not worry. No matter what changes are happening around you, you continue to act temperately and wisely. You have stability. You tend to have stability. You hang on to what you have. Do not worry. That's what I'm hearing. And there's something very positive here as the year goes on. that brings a lot of relief, maybe a peace in the Garden of Eden. Interesting. So I hope that is helpful to you, pile number 3. I feel like it's a very reassuring reading. Thank you, and I will see you next time.